Millions of older adults go to sleep believing they are fully protected from high blood pressure. What they do not realize is that the most dangerous moment for their heart has not happened yet. They wake up completely unaware that their body is about to enter the most dangerous window of the entire day. Between the hours of 4 and 10 in the morning, your system releases a massive flood of wake-up chemicals like cortisol. These natural chemicals force your aging blood vessels to squeeze incredibly tight just when you are getting out of bed. This sudden restriction creates a massive morning surge in your blood pressure. And this hidden morning surge is when heart attacks and strokes are most likely to strike without warning. I am Dr. Jason Collins, and I am a board-certified interventional cardiologist. Over my 24 years in practice, I have treated thousands of patients who took their evening pills faithfully but still suffered severe morning spikes. They did absolutely everything right, but their nighttime medication simply could not fight off that powerful morning chemical flood. We are going to fix that dangerous morning vulnerability today without adding another prescription to your daily routine. In this video, we are going to break down the exact biological science behind why your morning blood pressure spikes so aggressively. We will reveal a specific 5-minute morning routine using simple breathing and posture to naturally relax those stiff arteries. You will learn the hidden body switch that releases a natural chemical to widen your blood vessels safely. We will also map out the exact physical changes you will feel inside your body over the next 7 days. Finally, we will uncover the massive mistake most people make with evening medication that leaves them completely exposed at sunrise. But before we dive into the physical movements, you must understand a hidden mechanism inside your blood vessels. If you skip this critical piece of information, that 5-minute routine will not work for you at all. Pay close attention because understanding this hidden trap is the only way to truly protect your heart tomorrow morning. Many patients believe swallowing a pill at dinner guarantees a safe morning, but clinical research reveals a terrifying reality about our internal biological clocks. In a healthy body, blood pressure drops naturally during sleep to rest the heart. However, millions of older adults are what doctors call non-dippers. This means that their internal alarm system stays fully active all night long. Because their blood pressure never truly rests, their evening medication wears off exactly when that morning chemical flood hits the hardest. Before we dive into the exact physical solution, I really want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments below where you are watching from and what time of day you usually take your blood pressure medication and how long you have been battling these high numbers. Knowing your routine helps me understand exactly what you are experiencing. If you are completely tired of hearing the same repetitive advice to just eat less salt or walk more on a treadmill, you are in the exact right place. Today, I am skipping that boring lecture because you have already heard it 1,000 times. Most doctors simply prescribe another heavy pill when those morning numbers stay dangerously high. We are going to do something entirely different and far more effective. We are pivoting directly to a purely physical 5-minute morning intervention. This unique routine forces your nervous system to adapt safely without needing extra daily medication. In just a moment, we will reveal the newly updated medical goals for adults over 60 and why achieving them feels so incredibly difficult. The secret lies in understanding exactly how your aging arteries actually operate inside your chest. They behave very differently today compared to when you were in your 30s. Once you understand this physical change, our 5-minute routine will make perfect sense. The medical community recently drew a strict new line in the sand. The American Diabetes Association issued their updated guidelines for the year 2026. They now recommend getting blood pressure below 130/80 for most adults over 60. Hitting that specific number feels incredibly frustrating for many older adults because their cardiovascular system has fundamentally changed. When you were younger, your blood vessels were highly flexible. They could easily expand to handle any extra pressure. As we age, the inner lining of those arteries becomes increasingly stiff and rigid. Think of a brand new garden hose compared to an old one that has been sitting in the sun for a decade. The older hose loses all its flexibility and resists bending. Your arteries suffer from that exact same stiffness. Your nervous system acts like a heavily rusted spring clamp wrapped tightly around those hardened pipes. During that dangerous morning window, your body forcefully tightens that rusted clamp. This forces your heart to pump much harder just to push blood through the narrow opening. To fix this dangerous morning pressure spike, you need a way to release that rusted clamp. Your body actually produces a natural chemical designed specifically for this job called nitric oxide. You can think of nitric oxide as a powerful biological chemical lubricant. It acts exactly like a spray of WD-40 applied directly to a rusted metal hinge. When your body releases this natural lubricant, it immediately tells the smooth muscles inside your artery walls to loosen their grip. The stiff vessel widens naturally, and your blood flows freely with significantly less force. Instead of a creaking, rusted gate, your arteries open smoothly like a perfectly oiled door. This simple biological reaction helps lower morning blood pressure naturally without requiring another medication. But your body will not release this powerful chemical lubricant automatically while your morning alarm system is blaring. You have to manually trigger the release system using a very specific physical movement. We are about to flip that exact control switch together right now by starting our 5-minute morning routine. To manually release that chemical lubricant, you must activate a hidden pathway called the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is the master control switch connecting your brain directly to your heart and blood vessels. When you flip this biological switch, it acts like a powerful emergency brake on your morning alarm system. It immediately signals your hardened arteries to flood themselves with that natural nitric oxide. We are going to activate this nerve right now using the first step of our routine. First, we need to safely drain the overnight pressure from your lower body using pure gravity. Lie down comfortably on the floor near a clear wall, or use a reclined chair if getting down is difficult. Gently rest your calves and heels vertically up against the wall. This simple supported posture immediately unburdens your overworked heart. You will instantly feel the heavy fluid pooling in your legs begin to empty out. Your lower body will feel noticeably lighter within just a few seconds, creating the perfect physical foundation for the breathing work. While resting in this supported position, we begin the first phase of our breathing sequence. For the next 2 minutes, you will practice slow-paced nasal breathing. Gently inhale through your nose for 5 seconds, and then softly exhale through your nose for another 5 seconds. As you settle into this steady rhythm, you will notice a distinct physical shift. The rising and falling of your chest will slow down dramatically. You will actually feel your racing morning pulse begin to quiet down safely. This steady breathing rhythm successfully tells your body to stop the morning chemical flood. However, simply stopping the flood is not enough to protect your heart for the entire day. We still need to physically widen those blood vessels and force the pressure to drop. To achieve that deep vascular relaxation, we must move immediately into the second phase of our routine. You are going to use a highly specific exhalation trick to force those aging arteries wide open. Now that your heart rate is stabilized, we must create physical resistance inside your chest. In modern clinical trials, scientists use expensive breathing machines to create this resistance. Research from the University of Colorado Boulder proves that just 5 minutes of this machine-guided resistance can lower blood pressure by 9 points in older adults. But you do not need to buy any medical equipment to get similar calming benefits at home. We are going to perform the no equipment downshift. Stay in your relaxed position and inhale gently through your nose for about 3 to 4 seconds. Now, instead of breathing out normally, purse your lips tightly together. Exhale slowly through that narrow opening for 4 to 6 seconds, exactly as if you were blowing gently to cool down a bowl of hot soup. As you push the air out through your narrowed lips, you will immediately feel a mild back pressure building inside your chest. That gentle internal pressure acts like a physical brake pedal for your racing nervous system. It safely forces your body to fully let go of the morning stress and signals your arteries to widen. This specific resistance is the exact trigger that oils your stiff vessels with that natural chemical lubricant. If you are already feeling that heavy tension starting to melt away from your shoulders, please give this video a quick thumbs up. It genuinely helps this free medical information reach other older adults who are desperately struggling with dangerous morning spikes. As you continue this pursed lip rhythm for 2 minutes, your entire body will sink into a deeply relaxed and heavy state. But to permanently lock in this calm vessel pressure for the rest of your day, we need one final master breath. That final master breath is specifically designed to permanently reset your deep nervous system. We call this the 4-7-8 technique, and it is incredibly powerful for older adults. Gently breathe in through your nose for a count of 4 seconds. Now hold that breath steady inside your lungs for exactly 7 seconds. Finally, release the air completely through your mouth with a soft whoosh for 8 full seconds. You should repeat this exact breathing cycle 4 complete times to see the best results. During that long 8-second exhale, you will experience a distinct wave of warmth spreading through your chest. The tight muscles across your shoulders will naturally drop down away from your ears. This specific physical sensation proves your body is actively overriding the dangerous morning chemical signals. Because this routine forcefully moves blood out of your legs and lowers your pressure quickly, we must always prioritize safety. If you stand up and suddenly feel severe dizziness or extreme lightheadedness, you must pause the practice immediately. Doctors call this orthostatic hypotension, which simply means your pressure dropped a bit too fast upon standing. The Mayo Clinic clearly advises that repeated dizziness upon standing requires a quick conversation with your own doctor. People taking multiple strong blood pressure medications or beta blockers need to move very slowly when getting up from the floor. You must always listen to your body and never force yourself to push through dizzy spells. Assuming you feel perfectly stable and relaxed, you are probably wondering how quickly this 5-minute routine actually works. The biological timeline of what happens inside your aging arteries over the next week is truly fascinating. Tomorrow morning, your stiff blood vessels will begin to react immediately, but by day 7, a massive internal shift changes your whole system. When you wake up tomorrow and perform this routine for the very first time, you will reach day 1 of your vascular transformation. During this first session, your racing heart rate will noticeably drop and your stiffened arteries will become much less reactive. You might even capture a small but encouraging dip in your morning numbers if you test yourself immediately afterward. By the time you reach day 3, something incredibly fascinating happens deep inside your cardiovascular system. Your body contains tiny biological pressure sensors called baroreceptors, which normally panic during that early morning chemical surge. On day 3, these sensitive receptors finally begin to stabilize and calm down. They stop treating your natural wake-up chemicals like a massive 5-alarm fire. This biological stabilization means those wild and dangerous morning blood pressure swings will become significantly less dramatic. When you finally reach day 7, this new physical habit begins to completely rewire your automatic nervous system. Your stiff blood vessels will actually expect this morning relaxation sequence. Clinical studies measuring daily guided breathing practices found that older adults can see their top blood pressure number drop by a full 5 points in just 1 single week. Those 5 points could mean the difference between a safe morning and a dangerous trip to the emergency room. Seeing that measurable progress on your own home cuff gives you absolute proof that your body is healing. You are no longer entirely dependent on your evening pills to survive the morning danger zone. You have successfully taken back control of your vascular health using nothing but your own body and 5 minutes of gravity. But knowing this medical information changes absolutely nothing unless you take one specific physical step tomorrow morning. To make this 7-day vascular transformation a reality, you must take action tomorrow morning. I am officially challenging you to complete this exact 5-minute sequence the very moment your feet hit the floor. You must do this before you look at your phone and absolutely before you drink your first cup of coffee. By dedicating just 5 minutes of your morning, you actively shield your heart against that dangerous cortisol flood we uncovered earlier. You are no longer sitting completely unprotected, waiting for your evening pills to fail. Instead, you are taking absolute physical control of your cardiovascular health. This is exactly how you safely achieve those strict new medical targets without relying entirely on heavy prescriptions. Please send this video directly to a friend or a family member who takes daily blood pressure pills. Sharing this simple biological truth could literally save someone you love from experiencing a devastating morning emergency. But fixing your physical nervous system is only the first half of your daily morning battle. You also have to protect your newly relaxed arteries from what you consume immediately after finishing this routine. There is one incredibly popular morning food you probably eat every single day that silently spikes your blood pressure back up. Click the video on your screen right now to discover exactly what that dangerous breakfast food is and learn how to replace it immediately.